Okay. And Zoom has changes and Facebook has changes, but we are gonna learn the new things. Welcome again, everybody. We are starting the stream and I'm gonna start the recording and just gonna mute everyone. No. Okay. Recording. I'm starting the recording now. Record. Good. Right. Welcome, everybody. Very nice to see you. You can, I'm gonna, like I said, mute all. Okay. And now you're going, if you want to unmute yourself, you can and ask questions. You're welcome to unmute and ask questions. And we are ready to start. Today we are going to be doing a different class. So it is going to be Neuroart project. Usually we do Neurographica. What is the difference between Neuroart and Neurographica? Do you know? And if you know, you can type 1. And if you don't know, type 0 in the chat, please. Okay, so we have some that don't, some they do. Good. The difference is that in Neurographica, we use certain steps, certain protocols, and the goal of drawing Neurographica is to achieve desired goals or fulfill desired states that we want to get to, remove blocks, limitations, and feel better. With Neuroart, we just use certain elements from Neurographica, but we don't necessarily follow the entire protocol. So it's more like an art form with elements of Neurographica. It's much easier to do. And before we start, I want you to type in the chat. I would like you to type in the chat and say what country are you in, and city, or if you're in America, you can say the state. And we have 16 people, Boston, Netherlands. It's going so fast. Okay, I cannot. Okay, let me read it. So Bavaria, Boston, United Emirates, Belgium, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, Singapore, Netherlands, the state. Okay, Pine Mountain, Georgia, Florida, Kentucky, Ontario, Canada, Illinois, Brooklyn, New York. Good. And I am in Dallas, Texas, as you know, and very happy to have all of you here. This class today, the Neuroart class, is based on a drawing that our student from Russia did. She did this amazing, she has a series of amazing drawings when she drew an eye, when she did the catharsis, when she did Neurographica. She just ended up having those fantastic drawings of eyes. And so we invited her to do a class with us, and we did it in Russian. Online, it was last year. And now I'm doing the same class in English. Her name is Natasha, or Natka, and I will link in the video below. I will give a link to her Facebook page and to her YouTube channel if you're interested to see. So thank you, Natasha, for showing us this amazing drawing. I'm going to switch the camera now. Before we do, so you know, with Neurographica, we set an intention before every drawing. And although we are doing Neuroart, you're welcome to set an intention for your drawing today. Something that you want to manifest, or you want to achieve, or you want to have more clarity about certain topic, because we're going to be drawing an eye, and something you want to see more clear, get a download of information about something, or anything that is on your mind. I'm going to be setting up an intention, and it's going to be my topic. So, but you don't have to do it. If you don't want, it's an optional. So switching my camera now. Okay, so this is the final drawing that we did in July. No, it was, okay, so we did it last year, but 2020, July 2020. And I did it on a big piece of paper, but then I practiced, you can do it on a smaller as well, smaller size. So this is about bigger than A4, bigger than printing paper. And this is half of it, like half of the printing paper. And then I also tried what you can do on a black paper. So it is optional to have a color, do it on a colored paper. So it's up to you. Looking forward to see your different variations. I'm going to be doing it today on a white paper and bigger size as well. And materials, what am I going to be using? I'm choosing to use the blue and greens and different markers. I would also use black marker, and it could be Sharpie or any other types. You don't have to have anything specific. If you have thinner ones, would be better. Thinner tips would be better for this project. Also, some pencils and different different types of pencils, some soft and some harder, would be useful to have. You don't have to do the same colors. You can choose different color scheme, but I'm going to be using this one, and just showing you if you are curious about. Okay, ready? So we will start by drawing a circle, and I already have a circle drawn, but it should not stop you from just hand drawing a circle. I'm going to be using just a black marker. It doesn't have to be very precise circle, because you can adjust it later and it's not gonna be a problem. And then I'm taking blue Sharpie, so blue marker, and it's good if you can rotate your paper to make it comfortable for you. And so what I'm gonna be doing is very gently from the edge, just kind of start randomly doing lines, going inside, toward the inside of the circle. So some are smaller, some are longer, just randomly, in no particular anything precise is needed. And this action actually is kind of similar to what we do in Neurographica when we do catharsis, just activating some energy. And getting it getting things moving, activating our neurons. And if this is too active for you, you can slow down and drink some water. Don't rush. I'm gonna be doing it faster. Don't worry if they are not going to the edge or going outside of the edge. We're gonna work on it later. So this is just the first step. And as everything in nature, it doesn't have to be perfect. So the more imperfect you have it, actually, the better it's gonna be. Every piece of art, every is genius. So, and it's unique and beautiful. You don't have to copy, you cannot copy. Even mine is gonna be different from what I had before. It's never the same. And now I'm taking a little bit thinner, different color marker and just trying to go different length of strokes and different in between those that I have done the first time. So just strokes, different length, and I'm rotating. Interesting fact about the eyes, they're several basic colors of the eyes. Brown, darker brown, variations of brown, up to like very dark black color, and greens, blues, blue colors, hazel colors that are mixed between brown and green. And interestingly, that there are also gray color eyes. I have seen people with gray color eyes. Have you seen people with gray eyes? Those are very, very rare. And of course, different races have also dominant eye colors. So in different countries, there will be, you can meet people with different eye colors. The more north you go, it will be lighter colors, like bluish. Okay, and now I'm gonna take a little bit softer pencil. So this is Prismacolor. They're very soft. You can take watercolor pencil as well. I'm taking, this is dark purple, and I'm creating even more longer lines, and I also can go around the edge. And now I'm going to smooth it out, just part of it, and continue going with the pencil. And instead of black, you can use also, instead of dark purple, you can use whatever you have. You can use black if you want to go darker. You can use lighter blue if you want to go even lighter. Depends on your mood. feel the color that resonates with you and with your mood. So those are longer strokes and some shorter to incorporate. The darker marker that I used. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. Okay. Mine are hazel, but green, blue, gray. Very interesting. Yes, very unique. You have all the unique colors there. Yes, my mom's are gray, mine are green. How interesting. Yes. How many millimeters? We are not looking for precise millimeters. So whatever you have or whatever the way it is going for you, just it is gonna be beautiful anyway, and we are gonna smooth it out afterwards. So don't worry about being technical. I'm just giving you some options, but you are welcome to play with it. And it is gonna, when you do one of those, you are gonna wanna do another one afterwards. It's addictive, and it's very, every time the results are great, interesting. So, okay, so with this purple color, like I said, I'm gonna go around the edge and smooth out and kind of blend the edge. You can also do it instead of the purple, you can do it with black if you want to. The other option would be to use black marker if you want to do it, or green or blue, darker blue marker, so that the edge is a little bit darker, but I like the pencil more. The softer pencil gives me more. And I don't have professional or art degree, so I'm sure some of you who are being in art longer than me, you're gonna have better drawings, and will know better about materials to use. I'm just showing you what I've been experimenting with. You're welcome to choose your own materials and do your own variations. So this is just finishing the edge, making the edge smoother and darker. And you can do it at any point, and you can come back to this after, at the end, and I probably will come back to it after. So right now, look how much lighter it is today for me. When I was drawing it before, it was a lot darker every time. Now we have an option to add different tones. So if you want to go with a little bit toward green side, you can choose more greenish color. So I have this. This is Muppet, and it's called Fresh Mint. And I'm gonna just add even longer stripe with this. This is harder pencil than Prismacolor, and it is not watercolor. So it's a little bit harder. It will have sharper lines. Crispier, not as soft as the Prismacolor. Interesting fact about the eye, human eye, is that there is a part of the eye that never changes its size. So we are born, I don't know exactly, I was trying to Google it. I know that the eyeball does change very little, like millimeters, since we are born, but there is another part of the eye that never changes the size through human life. So we have it. There was also an interesting scientist, Russian scientist, Muldashev, who did research a lot of genealogy and how it is reflected in the eyes, and traveled to Tibet in search of finding the ancestors for the human race, for the modern human, and was able to determine them by the shape of the eye. So he was able to determine that the human race was created, came out of Tibet, the ancestors of modern humans. Okay, and so now I'm gonna take a little bit of different. This is again Prismacolor, and it is turquoise. And just trying to hit between the lines that I have already had to cover the white spaces. It's better when you do it from yourself toward the center. I'm doing it both ways now because I don't have enough space to rotate this very well. I'm trying to rotate it, but not. So little by little, you get this whole white covered. And if you want, you can go back to make the edge a little bit darker. So several small and then one big strike. Few small and then one big. Sorry. This is so invigorating and energizing. If you need to prepare for a day of being active, you can just do it in the morning and you will be pumped up with bursting with energy. And my is becoming more and more greenish today. You can add grays, gray colors, or brown colors to make them hazel eyes if you want. This is a time to mix and experiment. How is everybody doing? Okay so far? Good. And now I'm gonna take one pencil. This is just a black pencil. And I'm gonna make a circle inside. Sort in the middle, sort the circle. Doesn't have to be exact. And it can have already some of the colors going inside. Doesn't have to be white. If you have stripes inside this, it's okay. Then I'm gonna take a black marker and it's a thinner one. Just making the circle, the outside of the circle. And then I'm gonna do a little strokes that are kind of like beginning of a vortex. So kind of like this. I don't know if you, maybe, okay, let me switch to a little bit. So they're like this, vortex. And can you see it now? Is it better? Yes, it's better. Okay. Thank you. So again, random. I did them a little bit longer. Okay, so we are nearing this vortex in the middle of the eye. And this, I want to invite you at this point, if you have anything that you want to release in this magical vortex, just think of releasing it. The energy is very strong and it's gonna recycle anything that you want to let go of. Or if you have a wish and you want to send it to the universe to be completed, you can also release it here with the blessing. So this will be our field line, sort of. Instead of, it's not exactly field line, but what I'm trying to say is you can use this part of the drawing to feel the support of the universe, to feel the power that the universe has to give us life and to give us energy and to support us in a magical way. Okay, and now I'm gonna take more of blue and do the same thing with a blue marker. Just trying to hit in between the black. And you have an option here if you want to have it very light inside. You can use I'm gonna use some highlighter and add a sparkling. So for me, this is gonna be the place where the light is coming out from. Not like in real eye, we have the darker side inside. But if you want to make it darker, you're welcome. And then I'm gonna add some of this light going outside as well. Like a little sun out of the black hole. Paradoxical. Probably not possible to be, but to happen in real life, but it is happening on my drawing. And I'm gonna get some blue. I hope this is the right blue. To add some very light strokes on the outer edge of this little circle. Whenever they mix with my yellow, they become green. I'm also gonna add some blue pencil to make it more uniform. So those are very tiny. Very tiny lines. Notice how you feel in your body. I forgot to ask you earlier. In Neurographica, we do pay attention to how we feel in our body, what thoughts are coming, memories, thoughts in our mind, what is going on, emotions, what kind of emotions do we have, what sort of emotions we experience. And oh, I like this very much. The combination between the light blue and the yellow that is coming in, from the inside. I'm gonna make the light blue go further and mixed with the other. Colors. No, I have not used white. So I haven't, I have used the highlighter colors, which is yellow. And I wanted the effect of a light, like light from the sun or from a lamp coming from inside of my drawing. That's why I used this. Otherwise, I have still light on my coming through the lines of my drawing, which I want to cover somehow. And I'm gonna take, what am I gonna take? Okay, so this is a very green, this is Prismacolor. What is the color? Very light salad green, almost, it looks yellow when I look through the camera, but it's light green. And I'm gonna try to hit the areas where I still have white paper showing. To try to cover it all. Even going toward the edge, outer edge, and from the inner edge. Okay, I have too many pencils on my desk. Moving around is restricted a little bit. At the end of the class, I'm gonna give out invitation for our next basic user course for Neurographica. So, and there will be some surprises as well. So if you stay until the end, you can hear those. I don't want to do it, don't want to advertise here while you are drawing, to respect your state you are in. Whenever you are drawing, be very mindful of the information that you were given, because you're very open, and you can make decisions that you didn't want to actually make. So be careful. When you are bombarded with advertisements when you are drawing. So this is a trick. So we're gonna wait until the end to do it. I'm going back and forward between different colors and adding here and there more lines. And now I want to do this from the center, kind of vortex out, to have it a little bit like this. Okay, so I'm gonna continue working on it. I just want to show you one more step. I'm gonna go over the edge one more time and have it and create like a more darker toward the outer edge and smooth everything out again. And one more thing that I wanted to do is, because we still have it as Neurographica, I feel like I want to add some neural lines. And the way I'm going to be adding them, it is optional. You don't have to do it. So I'm just adding few neural lines going out of this. And I'm just doing it with a violet, dark violet pencil. You can use a marker or whatever materials you choose, and whatever color you want as well. Like you see that we haven't rounded anything like we do in Neurographica so far. And if this drawing activated you too much, you can start doing circles on a separate paper and rounding them just to calm down if you feel this was too much. If you like this energy and you feel energized, I recommend you, after the drawing this, to go out and walk outside. Or if you were planning to clean your garage today, it may be a good time to do it. If you have some work to do around the house, cleaning or doing the dishes, it will be a no problem for you after this energizing drawing. And you can round and integrate some of these lines, which is optional. You can also add color and circles in the with the lines. It doesn't have to be just lines. So if you feel like it, using more elements of Neurographica. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just rounding some of the corners that I made with adding some lines, integrating them. I'm not gonna add color at this point. Maybe I will add color later. But for now, I just want to leave it like this and see how I feel about it. And we are not going to be adding any of the other steps from Neurographica that we normally do. If you feel like you want to add them, you're welcome to do it. Okay, I'm gonna Thank you for the class. I'm going to stop the recording and I want you to share afterwards. So thank you for joining this class and looking forward to seeing your drawings in our Facebook group. And I can't wait to see all the different variations. I know we have so many creative people in the group. Okay. Okay, so now that we are able, you can unmute if you want. And I'm curious to see your drawing, and you can also choose, how do I say? You can, if you want to share, how was it for you? What is, was it interesting? Did you like it? How did you feel? I'm going to show you again my drawings from previous one. So this is a lot more darker, this one. And this is very different on a black paper. And this one, I added color to the neural lines as well. So this was earlier. I'm switching the camera to my face and waiting to hear from you. How was it? Did you like it?